Christina. I'm the lead hygienist here at Dublin Dental Care, and I want to welcome you to our Dental Hygiene Wednesdays. Every week we like to talk about different products or topics that we believe are important for our viewers to know about to help keep their mouths nice and healthy. Last week we discussed electric toothbrushes and the importance of using an electric toothbrush and how it can help keep your mouth nice and healthy. This week we are talking about a topic that a lot of people tend to cut out of their oral hygiene routines every week, but it is important to make sure that you are flossing daily because floss is the only thing that gets in between the teeth and cleans out that area where your teeth come together and sitting side by side. So it is important, even if you use a water pick or even if you're brushing, mouth rinse, none of those are getting that area clean. So floss is very important to keep you from getting cavities in those areas. When I use floss, I normally use about enough down to my elbow. That way I have enough floss to work with, and then I wrap it around my middle finger. This allows me to have my thumb to work with and then my index fingers to work with to help kind of move it around and position it around my teeth. It's important to make sure that you keep in mind when you're flossing that you're not snapping the floss down into the gums to get past that contact. This can damage your tissues. We don't want you doing that. So we want you to kind of seesaw back and forth until you get past. And then the next thing that's important is making sure that you're making that nice tight C shape against the tooth. So pull it as tight as you can to wrap it around that tooth, so when you go down and back up, you're getting that whole side of the tooth cleaned with the floss. Then it's important to make sure that you do the same thing to the tooth in front of it. So pull it tight, make that C shape, go up and down the whole side of the tooth a couple times to make sure you're getting everything cleaned, and back up. This is going to make sure you're getting that whole side of the tooth cleaned in case while you're brushing it's not getting cleaned. But floss is definitely important. It's the only thing that keeps you from getting tooth breakdown from the bacteria or acid in anything that you eat throughout the day, which causes the cavities. This is Super Floss. This is helpful. I don't have a bridge, but this is helpful for people who have bridges and need to clean up underneath that fake tooth that sits in between. This is nice because it has a harder tip, so you just floss it underneath the teeth, so under where they contact, and then pull it tight underneath until you have that thicker area, and then what you do is you run it right underneath that tooth that's sitting in between the other two. So the one tooth that causes that bridge, the space filler. You'd fill it, run it underneath to make sure you're cleaning under the whole bottom side of that tooth. And then we have the lovely floss threader for those who have those retainers on the bottom and the top of their front teeth because they had braces. This is the only way you can really get those areas clean, because when you're flossing you're not able to go down and get the tissue. So this helps. You just run it through like a needle and thread, and then you take the tip and just run it in between those front teeth underneath that retainer. Pull it until the floss gets through, and then same thing, pull it tight and go down under the tissue, pull it tight, down under the tissue. So if you brush every single day and you floss every single day, use mouth rinse, you should be able to keep your mouth nice and healthy, keep those tissues healthy. Flossing helps keep the tissues clean and healthy, so you shouldn't see bleeding if you're doing it every day. It is normal to see bleeding in the beginning if you haven't been flossing, but continue it. Don't let that keep you from doing it. It will slowly start to get better and you'll see less bleeding the more you do it. So I want to encourage everybody to get flossing back into their routine every day, and that'll help keep your mouth nice and healthy for when you come and see us. I want to thank you for joining us today. We always love having viewers. We love seeing your comments and your likes. So if you have anything you want to say, feel free to leave a message for us on our videos. If you have any questions for me, you can email me at Christina@DublinDentalCareOhio.com, and feel free to check out our webpage. It's DublinDentalCareOhio.com. You can even schedule an appointment from the webpage. So we look forward to seeing you, and join us next week. Have a great week.